Good morning and welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. I'm Vic and welcome to the Daily Sports Update Show, your most comprehensive update of the last 24 hours of sports worldwide. Oh, I'm blowing some sugar up somebody's arse today. There you go. Vern Isel is in the house, Janet, Zach, Duffy. I see a lot of people in the house. Ronnie and Rose Garden, good morning, good morning. There you go. Peter's in the house as well. Heinrich Otten. Pambesh Kumar, I'll get to everybody afterwards. Dion, I see Rambo, Tanaka, lots of people in the house. Lots to get through to this morning. Football, AFCON, yep, the last of the last six, I think it was the last 16 round. Then NFL, NHL, NBA, cricket, Eurobasket, Sumo. We've got a little bit of college basketball as well in there. So we'll be talking about a few things this morning. Some of the games are not finished in North America, so yeah, we'll take it. How do you say? Take it easy, take it slow. There you go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Marnus. Good morning, Mo. Nice to have the boys back in here. All right, guys, don't forget, email at the bottom. If you want to contact us, that's the email. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We are marching towards 28,000, 128,000. Great, our goal for this year. What is our goal for this year, Vern? No, I can't say the goal because Vern will fall off his chair. Yeah, 3 points for the Savant. What can I say? Once again, this tip sheet is becoming a joke, man. I was probably going to win the T-shirt and the chocolates myself. Loving it. Here we go. Look, that was the topics. Let's get them out the way. Let's get through to the stuff. Yes, Marnus just mentioned it. It was the Premier League last night. West Ham lost 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. Irons, we are the Irons, because that's the nickname of the West Ham United. They call themselves the Irons. Listen here, you need to iron out something or get a little bit more steel into your game, because it looks like relegation for West Ham. Nottingham Forest, with a penalty in the last minute, Gibbs White took it very well. And Nuno and West Ham is not looking good there. Listen here, I've been to a few West Ham games in my time, especially when they played against United in London. Man, they serve up some terrible food there, man. You know what their favourite food is there in West Ham? It's eel pie with mushy peas and mashed potatoes. Eel pie. You're not doing no fucking eel pie, man. No wonder the players can't run properly if you have to eat eel pie, let's be honest. But hey, look, big games coming up tonight. I mean, all the other games are tonight, except for the last one, Arsenal-Liverpool, which is tomorrow, which is live on this channel with me tomorrow. But it's Bournemouth-Tottenham tonight, Brentford-Sunderland. That should be an easy, interesting one. Crystal Palace-Aston Villa, Everton-Wolverhampton, Fulham against Chelsea, Man City against Brighton, Burnley against the unbelievable great club of Manchester United with our new interim coach, Darren Fletcher, and then it looks like it's going to be Ollie at the wheel afterwards. Newcastle United against Leeds United. Let's see what unites them tonight. I'm looking forward to that one. But don't forget, join me tonight at 9 o'clock, kickoff 9:15 Central European time for you boys down there in South Africa. That is 10:15 in the evenings. It's a late kickoff. Man United against Burnley, live on this channel. Then AFCON yesterday, well, Algeria knocked off the Democratic Republic of Congo 1-0, and the Ivory Coast destroyed Burkina Faso 3-0. Ahmed, my man from Manchester United, scored the opening goal in that one. I don't care who returns. I really don't give a dog's ass who returns, as long as they win. Because I'm not a manager. Doesn't bother me. Let's look what's coming up on the weekend in the AFCON. There you go. And Vern's doing these games. I mean, Algeria against Nigeria. As long as you're all good there. Egypt against the Ivory Coast. I think the one's on Saturday and the other one's on Sunday, right? These are Saturday or Sunday or Friday and Saturday. I'm not quite sure. No, they're Friday and Saturday. So I think Mali, Senegal, Cameroon, Morocco is on the Friday. Algeria, Nigeria, and Egypt, Ivory Coast is on Saturday. We could do all of them. I don't know. We'll see. I think we're going to do Morocco, Cameroon on 8 o'clock on Friday and on 8 o'clock on Saturday. Egypt, Ivory Coast should be Should be good. Maybe we do a double header there with Algeria, Nigeria. Vern will update us. Don't worry. But on the channel. Then we move on to the Italian League. Buongiorno tutti. Come va? Everything paletti there in Italy, man. Como, the surprise team of the season there. Old Cesc Fabregas doing a good job there. 3-0 with Como against Pisa. Then Roma getting a good win again against Lecce. And for people on the United stand, there's this one lady, she calls them Lecce. No, they're not Lecce, they're not lecking anybody. It's Roma, my friend, against Lecce. Evan Ferguson with a goal there, so good for him. And then Juventus thrashed Sassuolo 3-0 as well. You are a good person. Thank you, man. A lot of people would say I'm not, but thanks for it. Thanks for the compliment. We'll take the compliment in the morning. And then, of course, yesterday there was still some games in the Scottish Premiership. One got postponed. It's probably to snow, because it is snowing quite. In Scotland you have 2 inches. You've got to postpone shit. The Tower of Pisa, a little bit strong. St Mirren against Livingston was called off, but Rangers did beat Aberdeen 2-0. Rangers starting to play well. Celtic going down, Rangers going up. Crazy there in Scotland. Then look, don't forget this weekend, big NFL weekend coming up. Just want to mention those games again. It is crazy. Then we'll get into the NHL. These are the results from last night, if they all pop up. And I'll try to remember all the teams of all their cities and everything. That's the Vancouver Canucks against the Buffalo Sabres. The Sabres won 5-3. Colorado Avalanche lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-4. The Anaheim Ducks lost to the Philadelphia Flyers 2-5. The Dallas Stars lost to the Carolina Hurricanes 3-6. The New Jersey Devils lost to the New York Islanders 0-9. Are you shitting me, man? That's not even possible. When is the Super Bowl? The Super Bowl is in the second week of February. Then the Panthers beat lost to the Maple Leafs. That's the Florida Panthers against the Toronto Maple Leafs 1-4. My Las Vegas Golden Knights beat the Winnipeg Jets 4-3. The Nashville Predators lost to the Edmonton Oilers 2-6. The Columbus Blue Jackets lost to the San Jose Sharks 2-5. And the Boston Bruins lost to Vern's Seattle Kraken 7-4. Looking good there. Don't forget, we'll do some tables on Friday. Easy. I don't want to do too many tables this week. But important. The college playoffs are starting. The semifinals this weekend. One on Friday morning, one on Saturday. Oregon against Indiana. Ole Miss against Miami against the Hurricanes. I'm hoping for an Oregon-Miami final. Wouldn't that be sensational? What is the Super Bowl? What do you mean, what is the Super Bowl? What do they teach your children in school in South Africa? What is the Super Bowl? I almost fell off my chair when I read that. What? And what is the Super Bowl again? The Super Bowl is the... I need a sip here. I'm in shock. They teach you about 6-7. They teach you about being woke, but they don't teach you about the fucking Super Bowl. Okay. Let me first get to the national championships. Okay, so that's coming up on this weekend. Okay, let's go back to the NHL. There you go. The Super Bowl is the final of the NFL season. Kind of like the FA Cup for the Cup in England. It is like the biggest... It's the biggest one-day sporting event in the world. The most televised sporting event on one day in the world. Bloody hell. What's wrong with the school system in South Africa? Another one doesn't know what the Super Bowl is. Fucking hell, man. The youth of today, you can't use it, Bert, I'm sorry. They don't know what a bloody Super Bowl is. Oh, I'm losing my shit here. I'm losing my shit. Let's get into the NBA. Not all results are out. Let me go have a look. Next they can ask me what is, I don't know. What is the FA Cup? Oh, God, I lose my shit there. Okay, I can tell you quickly the last game there, the Mavericks at the Kings, that is still in the fourth quarter, still 10 minutes to go, so we will not be able to get the score in there. That's 79-80 at the moment. But then we move on. Let's have a look at the games that are finished in the in the National Basketball Association. That's what the NBA is, the National Basketball Association. Sometimes I call it no brains at all, but I could use that word for you two boys as well. Cavaliers beat the Pacers 120-116. Garland there with 29 points and 6 assists. The Magic lose to the Wizards. Surprise, surprise. 120-112. CJ McCollum there for the Wizards with 27 points and 6 rebounds. The Spurs, surprise. That's a big one. They're losing to the Grizzlies 105-106. Wembanyama did have 30 points, but it wasn't enough. My Miami Heat got thrashed by the Timberwolves 122-94. Anthony Edwards was the main man there for the Timberwolves. My favorite player in the NBA at the moment, 26 points for the Timberwolves. He needs to get traded to the Miami Heat. That would be a perfect match. And then once again, the Lakers beat the Pelicans. Or the Pelicans. It's the Pelicans. They can't win. 111-103. LeBron James, the main man there, with 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. Murphy had 42 points for the Pelicans, but they couldn't win, so they become the Pelicans. There you go. That is your NBA roundup for today. Crazy. I'm in shock. I am physically in shock that these kids don't know what the Super Bowl is. Vern, these boys have to be on this channel. They should actually be here 24/7 the whole bloody day. I need to go 24 hours a day. Actually, we should open up a new channel. School with Vic and Vern. Forget about your school. We should open up our own online school. Teach these children the right values of life, man. You don't know where Nigeria is. Lick me a marsh, hey. I mean, Jesus, boys. I'm honestly thinking of going school with Vic and Vern. Vern, you know, a little bit of geography for the boys, a little bit of sports education. You know, I try to do that with Across the Pond that comes out later tonight, and try to how do you say it? Educate you on places in the US. Previous comment, please. I know the Super Bowl. I've heard about it, but it is when all the teams play at the same time, and it is the final week. No. Stop. Time out. The Super Bowl is only once a year. That's the last game of the season when the two teams that have made it through the playoffs play each other. That's the Super Bowl. Everything else ain't no Super Bowl. Just take a bowl of soup, but come on. No, boys. Jeez, my ears are ringing. Through the... I can't believe this crap. Let's have a look at the Eurobasket. That was sensational last night. Sensational. Those last games there. So those are all results. Monaco, as Vern would say, thrashed Partizan 101-84. My game that I did live last night was a good one. Fenerbahce Istanbul beating Olympiacos Piraeus 88-80. Villeban losing to Real Madrid 69-80. Red Star Belgrade, also known as Crvena Zvezda. Don't ask, if somebody asks me where Belgrade is now, I'm going to lose my shit. 89-104 against Valencia Basket. Valencia Basket doing sensational well. Hapoel Tel Aviv thrashed Dubai Basket 85-60. Panathinaikos Athens lost to Armani Milan 74-87. Vitus Bologna beating Zalgiris Kaunas. That's a big win for Bologna, 83-79. And FC Barcelona knocked off Maccabi Tel Aviv 93-83. This evening live with Vern, Anadolu Efes Istanbul and Paris Basket. That is at 6:30 Central European time tonight. And then Bayern Munich will take on Baskonia as well. There you go. That is your EuroLeague. Let me plug the game that Vern's doing tonight. That is the one. Anadolu against Paris. Join Vern for that. That should be a good one. Vern's favorite player, Haifi, will be on the court. Do not worry. Then we'll stick with basketball. We move to American college basketball. Oklahoma State knocking off UCF 87-76. The Texas Tech Raiders couldn't beat Houston. They lost 69-65. Tennessee Mountaineers knocking off the Texas Longhorns 85-71. TCU, that is Texas Christian University, losing to the Kansas Jayhawks 104-100. Michigan State, that is the Wolverines, knocking off Penn State Cougars 74-72. Duke Blue Devils knocking off the Louisville Cardinals 84-73. Georgia Bulldogs losing to the Florida Gators 92-77. Minnesota beating Iowa 70-67. Well, then you must educate yourself. Cricket and rugby. Yeah, you have to be open for the whole world, man. You listen here, boys. I'm just going to do the women. There's only one game quickly in the women's college basketball. The USC Trojans lost to the Oregon Ducks 71-61. Before I go on, you have to be multi-layered, my friend. You have to know about winter sports, summer sports. Educate yourselves, man. Educate yourselves. I still personally believe I could beat anybody in a sports quiz in the world. Anybody. If we did it across all the sports. Winter sports, summer sports. Because shit, I watch everything, but skiing, ice hockey, ice skating, biathlon, table tennis, badminton. You gotta be a little bit of a savant in everything, man. There you go. Then we move on, talking about cricket. That looks like Australia's gonna wrap this series up. They answered the 384 from England's first innings with 567 themselves, and England are 229 for 5 at the moment. We're in the 4th day, so there's a whole day to play. England just barely in the lead at the moment by 46 runs. They need a lot of runs to win this one, but the series is over in any case. Yeah, and the Winter Olympics live on this channel. Just watch it. I'll educate you guys on everything. Don't worry. Vic, the teacher, will teach you, boys. Don't forget on the weekend. Oh, Vern's going to be happy. Sumo starting again then. The Tokyo Grand Sumo Tournament this weekend. It starts. The Ukrainian there looking good. Oneshki, I think his name. That's what his name is. I can't remember all the names all the time. Man, they're all nappy wearers. Let's be honest. But Vern's going to update you on there, what the Yokozumas are going to do there. Onosato, can he bounce back? Can he get a win again in Tokyo? I think he won it last year. So we'll see. That is the Sumo coming up. But guys, so much sports coming up on the weekend. We're going to have rugby, football, AFCON, Man United. Then the URC is on the channel. There's basketball on the channel. There's college playoff football. There is NFL football on the channel. It's so much to get through. So get ready for a massive weekend coming up. But don't forget, guys, this evening, there are 2 things to be watched on this channel this evening. One is with Vern, that's the basketball. Join in there at 18:30 Central European time. And then, of course, a little bit later in the evening at 9 o'clock we start. Premier League action there. Burnley against Manchester United. Mighty Manchester United. Let's hope we will get a win here tonight and then we move up the table. There you go. So there you go. That's the sports show for this morning. Hope I, gave you the information. Maybe, educated 2 young men on this channel. That's quite cool. I'll drop that in there as well. Mo, you must watch out. We got that one. So to everybody out there, guys, geez, I almost fell off my chair this morning. What is the Super Bowl? That's the best one I've heard in years. That's the best one I've heard. What's the Super Bowl? Next they're going to ask me, what's the White House? What is Big Ben? Do you guys actually know what the highest mountain in the world is? I need to get a schooling channel out here. The youth of today is going to the dogs, man. They're going to the dogs. Fuck them. They know who Mr. Beast is and Pollutant and I don't know who else, but they don't know the most important things in the world. Hey, yeah, well, it's actually not true. It's the biggest mountain above the sea level. You're right about that. Biggest mountain is actually under the ocean. Yeah, if you look at it, it's the highest peak. But we'll go. There you go. Mighty Man U. Yeah, we're back, but all guns blazing. So let me bugger off. I got to go. 1 foot is already out the door. Got to go to work this morning. Guys, you have a wonderful morning. And remember, be safe for everybody in the area that I live around. It's icy, it's cold, it's, Be careful. No slipping and sliding this morning. Well, no accident. I don't want to visit anybody in hospital. So there we go. Guys, have a wonderful day. Ciao. See you guys later, man. Ciao, ciao.